So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5. And the tight end goes in motion left. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw, Penix. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Robinson up the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And looking to throw, Penix. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he stopped immediately there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. But officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10.
43! 43!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll throw with Penix. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 39 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the try here for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yellow. 15. What's that?
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for KC. 49 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Yellow. Hey, 15, 15, 15. What's that?
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first. Here's 2nd and 10.
15. Yellow. What's that?
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A play fake. Now Penix steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure. They got him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. That one deep for London. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Third and 9 here. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll go play action here with Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Here's Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go.
Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Go.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Down the right sideline, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Keon Coleman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Chris Jones on the stop.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw, Penix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Back to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To the air, Penix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Penix going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Complete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They'll throw with Penix. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And looking to throw, Penix. They got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. 20. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 38, Chiefs 24. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Yellow. Outside.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for KC. 41 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Yellow. Hey, color. Yellow.
And again, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2nd down, goal to go.
Hey, yo, hey, go. Fire down these two.
Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
15. Come back.
Mahomes will throw. And he's into the hands of Coleman downfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow. Fire down these two.
Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Mahomes. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. To throw again is Penix. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.